Hi, everybody. Thanks for clicking Tiffany Box Feelings, right? Fourth show. I don't know the name of it anymore. So, yes, right? Nope. This is a character. This is as much of a character that I would want to give you. For some, this is too much. Please know, people, that there are levels to everything. This is too much for some. I speak with my hands in a way that others don't. I speak different lingos that others don't comprehend. I don't think I need to be everything that you're seeing across media and the oh and why and yes, girl. I'm good. Because if I am in that place, one, I probably started sipping amongst my female friends, and I say friends because even amongst an acquaintance, all of that is not going to come out. I have to be amongst my family, that I family, for me to be foolish, because that's how I view it, to be foolish and do that for people to think that that's how so many people are, or how people speak, or this is how, that's not, my family or people that I'm around can't take maybe this character. See, there are different types of people, and this is a character for you, and this is as much character as I'm going to be for viewership. It's saturated all over your YouTube because you're more than likely a YouTuber. And if you're not in my Facebook fam, you can find that anywhere. This is why you're here. Because I'm not going to do that. So, which brings us up to this topic and why no show reviews. Okay, so show reviews. I feel it's oversaturated. I have always done my thing. I'm good at what I do. I can't do what others want me to do because then you don't understand why it's not working for you. If I do something and it doesn't work, I say, okay, I need to revamp this because I did this incorrectly, or I whatever. I don't know what I'm doing over there, and that's your thing. I don't do that. I don't think I need to be with the next group. I am a blogger, and that's as much as I need to be doing. This is my format. This is what I'm going to do. And I will not, if I get one click, I am okay. I've built it before, I can build it again. But what I won't do is all the what I call step and fetching, or anything else that you want to call it. For some that I'm around, this is enough. This is what we say, you're doing too much. So I have to carry them in some respects. I'm going to tone it down regardless because I'm not around. I don't think anybody I'm around too tough is like that. This is as much character as you're going to get. And I'm tired of seeing the shows depict us this way. And I mean people abroad, Hispanic, whatever. I'm tired of seeing the shows depict us. My brain also functions this way. Once I can see your format, it's the same format that it's been for the last however many years, I'm okay. I also respect some of those who have progressed in areas. Mona Scott has built from a thought to fruition and surpassed probably what she thought may come out of this. So I can't sit and blog every week and dog her or her shows and those characters when they're trying to get out of whatever their life is at that time. I just don't want to. For Treats TV with Chan, I think at one point I may have covered a show or two. It's just not my forte. I will tell you the shows that I do like, which do indulge me. How to Get Away with Murder. But I looked at the character. I looked at who did the show, which was Shonda Rhimes, and hey, I am a Shonda Rhimes fan. But I still didn't want to review her. I don't want to go behind her. I'm not. I will tell my friends and family or whatever what I think of things, but I will never get on this where there's going to be multiple clicks and say something that may not be in the best light about that other woman who is doing things that most have never, don't know where to begin, and so I can't. So murder, How to Get Away with Murder is one for me. The next is the men's show, Tyrese and Rev Run. Hey, here's another thing I like about that show, and let me explain to you why. It is on OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network. Ew. So with that, I will watch her show. And I am not, again, this is not, don't put me in this YouTube. Don't put me over there with them other people on the militant. You know, the commercials I be seeing with my thing, or the next clip that be with my stuff be tripping me out. Yo. This is not against that militant. People see that word and that whole category completely different. And then they look at you, you know, I'm not militant. I'm just for what I know. Before I was anything, I was classified on my birth certificate as African American, then female. Ain't that some smack? I wasn't a female, then African American. So it is what it is. I don't know how to be anything else. I just love everybody. I'm for every ethnic group. Every ethnic group ain't for me, though. I like that show. I enjoy Tyrese and Rev Run having a different idea, making it come to fruition, understanding that we build, you know, a certain way. And it's nothing wrong, please, people who are not of the African American ethnicity. Please, I am not saying anything against. I'm just saying you have your options. You know, I like that we have ours. But everybody can watch that show because every ethnic female or male has regular life problems, have different things going on. I like that the certain advertisements for those channels and those shows happen to show that, oh yeah, there's a movie coming out by John Legend that is about, you know, it's a series about the Underground Railroad. And oh yeah, there's another movie with Terrence J that also is coming. I like that. They have commercials in between that are not. But when are we going to see if we have the advertisements for things, we know that it's there and we can gear towards it and build from there. I like that Tyler Perry. I don't like the things that I see, but I like that he gears towards us because nobody else gets complaints when people gear towards their people. I don't know how many times you cannot figure out that somebody's not for you. They don't even want your dollar sometimes. So I don't, you know, he's trying his best. He can't do everything. We may not like how he got there, but he got there. And then he's bringing us along. So I can't do show reviews. I don't want to be sitting here, you know, talking about the characters that are on the show and so forth and dragging them and dogging them and all of that. Because I'm piggybacking also, if you think about it. I'm already piggybacking, as far as being a blogger. But a blogger was my thing. Do you understand? No one gave me a format for it. I chose. And then people gravitated towards me. And when I chose not to do it again, I decided I can do it again. Mona can go to any other channel and say, let's try this. And they're going to go with her, and she may take her viewers over that way because they've seen her do it before, and she can do it again from the bottom up. And that's the difference. Everybody has a show. Can you produce that, like that type of show? Can you bring us the numbers? And if I've done it one time, I can do it again. So I just can't. The Love and Hip Hop shows, I didn't see a format change. I cannot watch the same things over, and I'm sorry, y'all. I know that probably sounds like I'm rambling. That's why you click here, because it's not scripted in front of me. I hit my topics, I highlight it, but what I'm not gonna do is sit here and read from a paper and then you really be mad because ain't no character, hand movement, or head movements in that. But Love and Hip Hop I didn't like that the young person that was talking on one of the episodes that I saw, no one corrected her, explained to her about the snitching thing. I'm so tired of that. I'm from New York, so I'm a little more partial. It's hard to watch us kind of depicted a certain way, the same way people didn't like how Atlanta Housewives was being depicted. But Andy Cohen took a note, looked at, you know, his producers and so forth, looked at the responses and how many people were saying, we don't perform, we don't act like that here, we don't speak like that. Every female here, especially in Georgia, educated, business owning, career having, you're gonna have somebody say they don't know the Underground Railroad. You know, but he changed his format, he got it right. And then you got a female who doesn't speak that way and correct herself, and she actually was a wife, and he went and got Kim Fields. Then he made women actually have a conversation, hear each other out, and make peace. When I watch the other shows and I see that this is your fourth, fifth year, sixth year, fifth, whatever, fifth year, and every show you've produced is the same exact format and people are acting foolish, you're telling me nothing changed in 5 years? Can't keep my mind like this. First of all, this is how I function anyway. But what you can't do is keep my mind like that. We're supposed to progress and grow. And I know when something's being formatted, and I'm okay. I'm okay. The big topic for a lot of people, and you know, I'm going to lose other directions. Nina Simone. Yeah, I got a problem. I see that Nina Simone story finally comes around. This was in the works for a while. They couldn't decide who to pick to play her. I don't know why. And here's the problem. Here we go with the problem. You pick someone, and this is nothing against, as everyone has been saying so far, finally speaking up, that is not the embodiment of Nina Simone. And if you can act, you can act. And that is very true. Yale, Harvard, and below. Samuel Jackson came from the street. He can act. But when you have someone who is so far removed, doesn't know her plight, and she stood for a plight. Here's where my soul, my stomach right now, I'm sorry, y'all. She had a plight. Her plight was that she's darker than me. You know, she was whole. This is what we say, whole in slang term. Holing before it was all right to be holing. You know, a lot of us are from the aunts and the grandmammies who walk like this because the bottom is coming behind them naturally. Treating her a certain way, and then you go and modernize it and get someone who has no comprehension. I'm not saying she doesn't have comprehension, because we don't know if maybe Caucasians or different people have treated her funny because she was a tinge darker, or her own. But Nina Simone's plight is a little more intense and a little hurtful and a little stressful. And not to say that you can't delve into it, that you go and get somebody that you have to put a nose on. You got to put a nose? That was what she was flipping out about. You're going to put another Caucasian person on my cover for you to sell it? This is what they're still doing it. You have to understand why people are upset, and people are starting to speak up. We still don't have any solidarity, and it's okay. This is not against this lady. And wait, and to tell it, now that's, you wanted me to, this is, you know, to her to tell it like it is, she doesn't have any embodiment of it. When I can defecate on the microphone like I'm Nina Simone, that's Lauryn Hill, who has loved her, embodied her in a little different direction, and can relate to her, and can sing, can break down in tears behind scenes to say, I'm grateful, and this is what she had to go through, and I can't imagine what that must have felt like. But they don't know. Erykah Badu, I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh, I was going down this list. Erykah Badu. In the RE, they spoke up and said she wanted that part. There is a transgender gentleman and a woman. I so apologize, I can't think of their name right now. And they did a comparison on the Shade Room, facial-wise, to show you how close this person looked. You look Laverne Cox, and you don't want to give them a chance. You want to guarantee nobody knows who this is. We all had to crawl. This is my channel. We all, had to crawl before we could walk and run. But y'all want y'all return right now. So you're not doing it for us. And you're not doing it to give her story any light. Because you wouldn't insult her nor her family that way to say, we can't find anywhere else. Do your homework. Put your ear to the ground. Call up Mona, Shonda Rhimes, Oprah. I don't know. If you don't have any of them, the actors that you are what is this, auditioning? What do you know of her? Did anybody sit and look this lady up to understand anything? You must have, because you wrote her story and the uncle said that you didn't even talk to him or get any of his input about her life. It is insulting. It is hurtful. And this is why we are not on the Oscars or anything. And after that, listen, we don't watch the Oscars. It's long and drawn out for nothing. And not to say that everybody got to be jumping around the screen. You can't relate to me. You don't understand anything that I'm dealing with. NWA's movie was a perfect example of that. That was a true story in the sense of everything they dealt with in life. And we're going to skip over that because that's a little too much. Nina Simone's life was a lot too much. And you won't even do her justice in death to take the time to get someone who understands her life and can relate enough to depict her on screen. This is how we know when you don't understand us, because a lot of people stand for something or fall for everything. The saying is stand for something or fall for everything. And most times we stand for something. It's a lot of us who stand for something in here. It's insulting. I say don't go see the movie. And I'm praying. We'll bootleg something quick if we don't like what you put up there. Well, this ain't going to be bootlegged. I think this is on TV. Don't watch it. Because a lot of people wasn't going to watch the Oscars and still watched it because they knew how to spin it for Chris Rock to say whatever he was going to say and how he went in on both people, and y'all watched it. And this lady just said one thing. It's not just because it's my husband, but you're telling me all the movies out there you didn't have time to look or submit or whatever is going on to say that we're worth it. I am worth it, and you are going to acknowledge it. And that is Nina Simone. People, my bell is ringing. It's been nice talking to you. I'll see you next week. Sorry I had to cut it short. You might be kind of happy. You got stuff to do, right? See you next week.